myself and I named myself, and it took a long time to make this. I made myself and I named myself, and it took a long time to make this. I made myself and I named myself, and it took a long time to make this.
Eat asshole for days. 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 Eat asshole for days.
I made myself and I named myself, and it took a long time to make this. I made myself and I named myself, and it took a long time to make this. I made myself and I named myself, and it took a long time to make this. I made myself and I named myself, and it took a long time to make this. I made myself and I named myself, and it took a long time to make this. I grabbed one into the social bought me hot Cheetos, that was 99 cents. What? Hot Cheetos. Squirt. Hope you like this. Make sure you subscribe or comment. You don't have to subscribe, but please comment.
Hi, man, yeah.
Yeah.
The world opens, unique, simple flower. A feeling all so sour.
To asshole for days. Eat asshole for days.
Is there anyone checking off this right now?
Hi, man, yeah. Yep.
The wide open stench, you're all so sad.
For days.
Thanks.
I can give, but I receive for hour.
Yeah.
Now drain me from power. Drain me from power.
Yeah.
Eat asshole for days. Eat asshole for days.
Is there anyone
Eat
checking off
asshole
this
for
right now?
days.
Yep. Hi, man, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome. Hello, welcome to the Poorly Played stream number 225. Brian, is that keep it going?
Am I on the air?
Brian,
can you hear us? Can you see us?
I can see you. I can hear you. You're live with me.
We are live here.
I'm gonna wet my whistle.
Ooh,
here.
me too. Ooh, it's a abnormally dry day here in San Diego.
It's a scorcher outside. The sun's booming in.
Booming in, everybody.
It's dry. It's a dry heat. It's a Santa Ana. It's
finally
El
feeling like
Nino.
summer.
That's
what it is.
It's like a summertime El Nino thing.
Finally.
What is this?
Get
Big Boss out of here.
Hold on.
We're not playing that. We're doing ABZU. That's right. We're gonna suspend. We're gonna suspend the Metal Gear games. We will talk about Kojima. I just watched a couple hours ago his little interview with the Great Beard himself. I don't know what the guy's name is. I can't stop looking at his fucking beard.
I don't know.
Kong Skull Island was... I don't know. We'll see what this is. We'll see what it is. Interesting interview.
Dark Universe.
Interesting interview. I don't know why this guy was chosen. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll talk. I want to hear. You want to? I want to get into an argument. That's the thing nowadays, Brian.
Oh, we could get into it.
Well, I mean, me and you get into it like bosses. You know, we know how to really fight. But I think that maybe some of the callers out there, they're not used to having an opposite viewpoint. Okay. So I want them to call in. I want to get gritty. I want to be criticized. I want to be fought. I want to have an argument with some of the fan base here about some of the things that maybe they feel strongly about from E3. No, this is it, Brian. A knockdown, drag-out E3 brawler.
All right, let's get in there.
We're gonna set a no-holds-barred attitude.
Yeah.
And all is off the table.
And
he hit the button, but it didn't.
None of that.
It didn't go.
No bullshit.
Well, maybe some bullshit from me, from you. I don't know. We could go right now. Do you have any bullshit you want to get off your chest?
I don't know. I feel like at this point, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like E3 at this point just kind of doesn't matter.
Uh-oh. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Like, all these companies can make these announcements without E3.
True. Nintendo Direct style.
Yeah, and it's just as, hey, I remember tuning into the Switch announcement.
Yeah. And
I don't tune into any Nintendo Direct stuff. So they obviously have my attention. I don't care about who wins E3. I don't care about anything like that. What it boils down to for me, and this is why I'm getting tired of E3, is that you go there, and what I feel like before it was a place where people would come and see this new technology, this new game, this new concept of gaming, and like...
And it was industry people.
Yeah, and it would exchange
really
ideas.
They got hands-on time with some new stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure some of that goes on behind closed doors.
Of course, I know it does. I absolutely has to.
But being that they're turning it into like its own gaming convention, it's like the gaming industry wanting to cash in on the con money that's like flowing free with all these indie guys.
Yeah, but
you see the success of Penny Arcade and their conventions. That's a website for online comics, essentially.
Right.
You know, Rooster Teeth is a Halo Machinima fucking rocket ship that is turned into a giant Austin-based production company. Sony, Microsoft, every one of these companies is looking at the con money that's getting, you know, made and going, well, shit. Why aren't we getting some of this? I don't know who owns E3 or who puts on E3, but I feel like now everyone's going, all right, we're gonna spread this out. We're gonna make it an even bigger spectacle, which it does get the word out there more. It also gets maybe more people just reporting on it with their social media than they would ever have just having industry people come and check the shit out.
Yeah.
Now they got kids that actually spend their allowance on these games, showing up with a badge, getting in line. They're taking pictures of everything. They're tweeting the whole fucking time they're there.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's brilliant.
No.
What the fuck? These are things I just thought of.
No, you make a good point, because everything is all on this, you know, influencers thing, and like.
Well, yeah, we're as top influencers right now.
Yeah,
Brian.
So
we're live streaming.
It makes sense to put it out in the hands of the public nowadays. But the problem is, I feel like the show itself is this big pomp and circumstance, and like, promissory notes that may never ever be fulfilled. So it's just like, hey, look at what we're gonna do. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. And now I have to wait how many years for it? Hey, honestly, it's not that I'm against having like any sort of anticipation for a game.
A showcase.
Yeah, and I'm not against like being excited for something. It's just like, let me be excited for it, but then like don't constantly like throw shit in my face about it. I'm getting it. Probably
Yeah.
like if I'm already buying something like that, like a big show like that,
Yes.
like you don't need to try to like
And-
give me just a little bit to keep me caught.
I see what you're saying.
Because if you show me, hey, we're doing this style of game, or like, hey, we're rebooting this series or whatever, and then they're like, and it's coming out in the next 3 months, I feel like I would be way more excited
I don't have time to forget about it in the 3
than I
months.
would
I'm just getting more
over
excited.
like, yeah, a 2-year span. I feel like it's still stuck in that old mindset from when we were kids. You remember in E3 it would be like they'd drop a game announcement for something and it'd be
Yeah.
like in 3 years.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow,
And then it'd get delayed forever
I can't believe,
and ever.
yeah,
and
I
ever.
can't believe I'm gonna have to wait until 1999 for this game to come out.
We're
you
still
know?
doing that.
Well, I mean, of course we are, but it seemed like everything was like, hey, announcement, and then 3 years later. I feel like nowadays your production teams are so big.
And they're
That's-
smarter too.
Yeah.
They're not showing their hand. I think maybe because the games industry's grown, they don't want to show their hand to maybe the competition too early.
Yeah.
So that they can have something ready to compete against whatever the new hotness is going to be.
Yeah.
Interesting enough though too, like there's two types of video game players. I mean, there's more. I mean, there's obviously hardcore, underground, many spectrum. It's a spectrum, guys.
Yeah.
Gaming is a spectrum. I'm not hardcore or underground, you know, I'm somewhere on the spectrum. And I think mainly we're gonna watch the E3 coverage, make that decision based on what we saw right then and there. Like, I'm getting the new God of War. I'm gonna get One Last Night.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get what I thought I was gonna get out of like something else that I saw. Like, I made those decisions by watching the E3 coverage, by looking at social media and stuff. And then there's other people that are just gonna see what's advertised maybe when they go down to the GameStop looking for a new game. Like, oh, what's hot? What's the new release?
Right.
What are the employees asking me if I want to pre-order?
Yeah.
What's being advertised on TV? Like, there's the new shit, and we're making that decision. But then they still do have to like advertise to just the layman out there
Yeah.
who's just a casual video game player.
Yeah. I guess what I have an issue with is this kind of like day one purchase urgency that I feel is given on everything. Like, hey, like it's okay. I can wait for a little bit to see if a game is good.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't need to buy the game the day of anymore because there's so many games out there nowadays.
They want you to pre-order.
Yeah, like when you were a kid, big game releases like that were huge because you knew you were gonna sink your teeth in that game for months. You
Yes.
know, like when you, at least when I was younger. I don't know if that's how it is for most people, but nowadays we have a lot of games and we have a lot of time to play those games in many different ways. So it's like I don't need to have that kind of like long relationship with the release and the anticipation for something. Give me the game. Like
Yeah.
I'm not saying
And-
don't hype it up. I'm just saying rather than show me what you could give me, show me what I'm about to get.
And, you know, it is summer, but a lot of the E3 stuff did say, like, 2018.
Yeah.
Or even, like, early 2018.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Which is cool.
Yeah, it's not 3 years out. It's only one or, you know, half a year. Which
Yeah.
I'm kind of used to, like, waiting for 6 months. Like,
Yeah.
that's fine.
That yeah. And
but-
and that's not too bad.
Let us know how you feel. Call, Skype, it's in the doobly-doo to right here. That's
Oh,
my
what?
that's my Dill Pickle impression. What's that character's name?
Dill Pickle. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Sam Pepper, whatever.
Oh.
Sam R.C. Pepper. Look at this Diver Dan. More like Diver Down. Does this guy have a respirator or what?
He's got something.
Oh, it's like futuristic. So this is ABZU. Jake Innes, lovely boy. Can we have a countdown from 7 on the
All right.
lovely Jake Innes?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Lovely GCP boy and
Love you, Jake.
founder,
Shouts
Jake
out.
Innes. He talked about this game on the last GCP we did.
Yeah.
And
He talked about it, and then I think the next week it was free.
So
Or-
that's what got me
yeah,
in.
yeah.
And by the guy who created, I believe, Flower.
Yeah, not the same development team.
No,
I
not
don't
that game
think.
company. This is a game he made without that game company. I believe.
Yeah, this is that other game company. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't really know, and I hope it is. I believe it's a he. I know.
I don't know.
I know. Art director, or there was we interviewed what's her name, the girl who worked.
Oh
on
yeah,
all
yeah.
these
I remember.
they were like a team on what I believe like Flower, and what was the first one? Well,
Flow.
Then Flower, then.
I think this was the team that worked on.
Why
Journey.
can't I think of the one we did the skit for?
Journey.
Journey, yes.
Yeah,
Thank God.
I think this team definitely was the one that worked on Journey, because it's got a lot of the same feel.
Press to boost. Now, yeah, it's very cool that this just came out and was free right after hearing about it.
Oh yeah, I mean it's been out for a little bit.
I really don't know at all
You're
what it is.
going to the cavern. It's kind of like those other games. You see that opening over there?
Yeah,
in front
it's
of you?
like it shows you like, hey, there's stuff here. Go towards the stuff.
Yeah, it's like a third-person kind of like. I keep popping my piece.
Pop that penis.
No, not penis.
Oh.
No. Remember when we used to say pinus?
Yeah.
What was
penis.
that all
That's
about?
probably a Tim and Eric thing.
Was it?
I gotta think a lot of. There was a lot of us doing Tom Goes to the Mayor quotes just around the studio when that show was on, because we were all watching that.
That's true.
And we were probably sick of all the CKY quotes that
that normally plague our office.
Yeah, yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. So it's like one of these third person, I feel like, kind of beautiful story games.
Yeah. And I'm just kind of checking out like the 3D motion of the analog stick and the way the camera moves is kind of cool.
Yeah,
like,
and
I'm not moving the camera, I'm just moving the character. And
yeah.
It's almost like
it almost looks like a Studio Ghibli.
it's inverted. It's XY inversion.
Oh yeah, I had to change it.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah, I could.
I kind of dig it.
I thought so too, but then like
I
tried.
fucking up though.
Yeah. See, that's exactly what happened to me.
I just ran my forehead into
That's
the fucking
exactly
ground.
what happened to me. I'm like, you know what?
Eat
Actually,
moss, fucker.
I'm like, this actually is not that bad. I'll try to play with it. And then I tried to do something, and my brain was switched, and I went, oh, never mind. No, I'm not learning another way of controlling. If that's my obvious mode of intent, then I'm just gonna switch back to that. Why would I give myself a learning curve
Why would you
unnecessarily?
do it? Okay, so I just switched it back.
Yeah.
Camera's still inverted.
Yeah, I think I had to switch that too.
Which, I'm okay. Look at that big mouth Billy Bass.
You should be fine. That's
Take me to the river.
Okay, so what games at E3 were you?
Hold to ride this fucker?
You can ride it? What
hell
the hell?
Yeah, dog!
What the hell?
This is
pretty cool.
This is the evolution of Seaman here.
Whoa.
I love your eyes, too.
Which,
That looks
you know
really
what?
cool.
That reminds me. This gives me a very like Echo the Dolphin on the Dreamcast feel. You know what I mean? Like that third-person swimming kind of game, almost like Knights, even a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, I am
More
switching.
like Knights than I would say Echo the Dolphin.
I am
But
gonna
yeah,
switch to Yaw.
so out of all the games they announced at E3, which one was the one you definitely didn't expect?
Okay, the last night, and am I saying that right?
I think it's the last night.
Yeah, the one for Xbox, that just really, its art style blew me away.
That zombie apocalypse game?
No. It was the kind of Blade Runner looking guy that's pixelated through the like kind of three-dimensional pixelated kind of environment.
Right.
Very cinematic. It looks like it's a side scroller. I don't really know. It's interesting. That kind of like blew me away. I don't like the use of like pixels in every indie game. I feel like that's just too much.
Yeah, it's kind of like an easy way out.
I think that is exactly
The best-
the rude way to put it. But
You know
the
what?
true way, I feel like it's kind of an easy way out.
The best analogy I can give is making your game, and I don't.
But it's a good. Here's the thing.
I don't want to bash, and I'm not saying that I'm bashing it.
No,
I'm not saying
it's
that
a good starting
bad.
point too.
Exactly.
If that's your game jam and you're doing a pixelated indie game because it's within your skill set and that's what you have the ability to make, that will footprint you. You know, that's a placeholder for the step next.
Yeah, work your way to something, to something better. The only thing I'm saying is that it reminds me a lot of back in the day with indie filmmakers.
I love turtles. That's a meme, guys.
Yeah.
And making a movie black and white.
Yeah.
And it was just like, you're basically already saying, this is going to be artistic.
Yes.
So
yes.
I'm
and
not, I'm not saying that that is bad necessarily.
No.
I'm just saying that recognize that as a developer, making an 8-bit game might put you in a category you don't necessarily want to be in, or that you might get overlooked in, and that's the only thing.
And that's how we feel.
Because I feel like there's a
as
lot of
consumers.
cool, yeah, there's a lot of cool games that come out, but then I look at them and I'm like, it's another 8-bit side scroller, it's another 8-bit
like
top down, it's another
on
8-bit, 16-bit, whatever.
Everyone that tells me to play something on Steam, I look into it and it's like, it's just I don't want Minecraft. Not that it's all Minecraft.
And again, it's not that it's bad, and maybe it's this jaded approach to 8-bit graphics. When we were younger, we thrived for the best looking games.
Oh yeah.
Remember going to the arcade to find like Afterburner on, you know, the Sega console. You sat in and you're like, this game looks amazing.
Dude, maybe it's just our generation.
I think our generation.
We had those pixelated games.
We had those.
We're like, I don't want to see that. I want to see fucking better 3D.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting at?
Yeah, we've already
That
done
makes
this.
sense.
We got here. This is good. Now, we didn't make the great games that are coming out in that genre.
No, I don't make shit.
And
I
that's
just
what
play it.
sucks. Because honestly, if they released a 2D side-scrolling Castlevania game like they had on the well, they had one on the 3DS, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, the
but,
Lords of Darkness tie-in.
But that 8-bit or 16-bit Sega CD, PlayStation-looking style Castlevania, an actual Castlevania, dude, I would love to play that.
Yeah.
Like Harmony of Despair on the Xbox.
That was good?
I think it's also on the PS3. But it wasn't a story-driven Castlevania, which granted, none of them really have a story. But like, it just felt like it was just, I don't know. Press R2. No, I didn't get this far.
Oh, there. It was square.
It probably told you while you weren't paying attention. But anyway, yeah. So I think that's part of it. Honestly, I think a big part of it is that we did those types of games when we were kids.
I agree.
So it's not that I want necessarily only realistic looking games. It's that I want games to develop their own art style. And when it's 8-bit, I feel like sometimes it's easier to turn off to.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, but that's where I come from.
And that's why The Last Night did something that just blew me away with the 8-bit. It made it run so fluidly and multifaceted. It almost looked like the backgrounds had like 3 layers to them in certain scenes. It looked very cinematic. The way the camera is, it doesn't look like you're going to control the camera. It looks like you're going to control the character. And the camera's going to side scroll and kind of tell the story and move really cinematically, which looked great.
Yeah. And that's cool. That sounds really, really awesome.
That's what surprised me the most.
So
what about
I think well, before I get to what surprised me, I think I want to redefine what I was saying.
Okay.
I don't think I have a problem with 8-bit games or 16-bit pixel art games at all. That's not my problem with them at all. Because when a really well done pixel art game comes out, like Hyper Light Driver, or man, I can't think of any off the top of my head right now. But when they did King of Fighters 13 in that really cool like pixel style,
I almost feel like Hotline Miami is
that as well. Like
is that type of
Yeah, I mean it is in a 3D world, but it definitely is pixel art. So I think what bothers me more than anything, or not bothers me, the point that I'm trying to make is if you're going to make that kind of pixel art game, make an art style of your own. In general, I think that's all I'm ever trying to say. Make the game look like your characters, or make it have its own personality that's not just the fact that it is a pixel art game or a steampunk game. Like, give it a little bit more for us. That's why we like Mario or Sonic or whatever. It was like
Mario's doing such new shit.
So yeah, so I would say what surprised me the most is Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
And then like the kind of like aftershock Tremor announcement that they're gonna do a 3DS Metroid as well.
Yeah, which I'm interested that it's big news that they're doing 3DS stuff.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the focus now is just on the Switch being both your 3DS and your home console.
It will be for things moving forward. This is the trickling out of games that
you're gonna see the last of it. It's
the
like, hey,
last
we're gonna
of it,
put the Metroid that Rocco wants so fucking bad.
that I want so bad.
You do
man.
too,
Oh
huh?
god,
See-
Metroid. I feel like you can't like Castlevania without liking Metroid.
Oh, totally.
And I love both of those games. Like they are some of my favorite games to play ever. I can replay them over and over too.
I think Rocco knew that was coming. I mean, he wanted to see that, and we talked about that during the Sony press conference.
Yeah.
But I think he knew it was coming as well, just because, like, it has to be. Like, Nintendo's got to put a new fucking Metroid game on the Wii U. Or, God, Switch. I keep
On the
calling
Switch.
it the
I mean,
thing.
we kind of were all talking about it, and Nintendo's smart with their marketing. I feel like.
Do you want to hunt one of these things down? I think there might be another
Okay.
one here. This is to trigger to go.
And then X's boost or something.
I haven't even used
Anyway.
Boost.
What was I saying?
Metroid has to come out
Yeah,
on
you
a
know-
Switch because when was the last Metroid game? And it's
Yeah,
a
the
huge
last
franchise.
Metroid game you had was on the Wii?
I like that
no,
they
no,
let
no,
him
no.
breathe.
Metroid Prime 3 came out on the Wii or the Wii U?
Yeah, don't know. I've never been a fan of those Prime games. I just don't, like, I only have so much time for stuff, and I guess, you know, I'll do, like, Castlevania instead.
Yeah.
But I get the appreciation people have for them.
Yeah, you know, I can't exactly tell you what about the Prime games I like so much because
Isn't it atmosphere?
the atmosphere for sure. I think it's the exploration. Those games gave you like this sense of being in a really large world and discovering things about it. And you kind of cared to learn about all the lore. Like I remember really getting into scanning everything and all the artifacts and trying to learn about all the different you know, the pasts and the things that happened before.
Yeah. I can
and
say...
all the like weaknesses, where to find shit. Like it's I thought it was really cool.
I can definitely say that the exploration, like with Resident Evil, especially like playing the new Resident Evil 7, not knowing the layout or what's ahead, that first playthrough is so fucking special. And it is just that. It's all about exploration, and if you're invested in the story, like where that goes.
Yeah.
And I guess because, you know, I played the first Metroid on my Nintendo, but it didn't, I never finished it. I never really got much story out of it. I don't have a real connection to it. Whereas, like, I didn't really find a deep connection with Castlevania until Lords of Shadow because Hideo Kojima was involved. Yeah.
Really?
I played Castlevania 1 and 2 on my NES.
Oh, but you never played any of the like...
Never played Symphony of the Night or any of the PlayStation ones that were
I
so
didn't play
good.
that until I had an Xbox 360.
Yes, I went and got that on Derek's recommendation.
And I'm probably on his recommendation for me as well. But I just remember it was on the arcade, and it was like, wow, that's so cool that I can just download these old games.
Get an old arcade game, yeah.
Yeah, because the only game I had on it was Gears of War. And
great game.
Yeah, absolutely. That game was incredible. I didn't know I had the HD switch off on my fucking Xbox 360.
Yeah, do you remember the thing in the back was the HD switch?
Yeah, if you didn't have it on, you couldn't actually get 720p.
Oops.
Or did it do up to 1080?
No.
No.
I don't think
No, PlayStation was the first system to do up to 1080.
Because they had to release like a second Xbox 360 that actually had a HDMI port on the back, right?
Yeah.
I think? I don't know, it's been a
Yeah,
while.
because it had that fucked up thing, that like brick trapezoid. That looked like old what's it called?
I might just
ribbon
be thinking
printers.
There was a breakout. Yeah,
Terminals?
it was the Elite. I believe was the first one to have an HDMI.
That's right. Yeah,
And
the
then-
black.
And
the
then before
all-black
that,
console.
even the
I have no idea where I'm going.
the cable breakout had the optical Toslink connector on it, and I used to have to use that as well as HDMI, and I had to have both things plugged in, and it was just a super pain in the ass.
Yeah.
All right, well, hey, we will talk about Microsoft press conference, Sony press conference, Nintendo press conference, more E3 coverage, more callers. I see Walter's been very patient. Brian, you found 3 of the pods.
I think.
He thinks.
I've done.
We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't nobody go nowhere.
stolen away while your head is reeling. Don't waste your time. Don't waste time.
Yeah.
Walter.
Brother,
Yeah.
brother,
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 big dude.
big dude, brother.
Walter.
Metal Gear video game.
You're hot. Oh, that's you.
Yeah, it's me.
Walter, where's Walter?
I'm right here.
Oh,
Hold on.
there's Walter.
Hold on.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I said you
man,
forgot.
Brian.
You forgot to tell me. You're supposed to put this on.
Oh, yeah, you don't have your hat on.
Hold on.
You don't have your hat on.
Yeah, dude.
Walter-
You're supposed to remind me.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can only do so much. Walter,
Yo.
Brian's back with us. You're here. The game is paused. Should I take
Oh.
the realm?
Yeah, you got to get back into it.
Hold on a sec. Take the realm?
You meant the reins.
Yeah, I totally meant the reins. We're gonna take the reins back. I'm gonna switch camera inputs. Walter, what do you know? Or what do you say?
I'm here to pre-order the $800 Assassin's Creed bundle.
Well, okay,
Is
now
there
what
really an $800 Assassin's
I
Creed bundle?
I do not know about that. What is the 800? Are you for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$800. Did they announce this?
Yeah, you get like a figure with it or something.
Is it a big figure or
It
something?
better be a fucking life-size
I think it's
statue.
like 27 inches.
But 800 is a whole.
Hold on, I'm gonna look this up.
I saw that statue online.
They have like 6 different tiers of pre-order garbage.
And the highest one is 800.
Yeah, in case you're that dumb.
Oh my god, I started typing in
Well, the internet must be shitting their pants.
$800. I just put $800, and then the first thing that popped up is Assassin's Creed.
Oh my god.
Is this for real?
He's right.
Special edition doesn't even
Ow.
come with a real hawk.
The PPS vets
Are you
all
serious?
new news, as we don't want to promote any fake news.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a big like eagle or something?
Yeah, is it a big eagle or something?
Is this for real? Or a big hawk? Whatever. Sorry, I thought it was Eagle Vision.
Walter,
Yo.
you want to pre-order this, but, you know, we're going to need your social security number if you give that to us.
Yeah, I already sent it on Skype.
We'll
I
get
filled
started.
out the
Oh, let me
application.
check.
Got it.
Let me check here.
I got it.
You must think I'm garbage.
Yeah, we got it. Okay. $800, baby. You're pre-ordered now. We'll
Oh,
send
yeah.
it. We'll send it right to you.
Yeah, we'll send it right to you.
Good.
Just check your mail.
We can get everything
Go down
else
that
from the
loop.
social. We got your credit card now and your address and the whole deal. You, me,
Sounds
and
good.
Bob's your uncle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what if I just want to play the game? Can I just spend $59 for that?
You can wait a month and get it for 30.
39. See, this fucking guy knows what's
You
up.
must think
Yep.
I'm garbage.
No, that's what. He knows what's up. Dude, I waited like a month and a half, and Nier Automata was like already $20 off.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
there's
But
a-
I'm not buying in on. I keep seeing. What's the other one? Everyone was.
Horizon?
Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn's already discounted.
Honestly, I don't think you're gonna really care to play that game.
I'm not. I gotta
Garrett.
finish Zelda.
Like, yeah, and honestly, I don't think you're really gonna care. I think you're gonna want something out of it that you're not gonna get, and you personally, that you're not gonna get, and I think it's just gonna end up being like
Yeah.
a game that you play a couple times and then you put in Metal Gear.
Yeah. Did you ever play it?
I watched Jared play it and it looked really cool, but it just looked like a game that,
You could do without.
yeah, that I could just play if it comes out for like cheap, but I don't want to pay. Like,
I bet you,
a
because
lot.
that's such a big Sony thing, that'll be PlayStation Plus free in like 6 months.
like next year or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not gonna get it anytime soon. But
Uh,
either way, it's just like
I ain't that thirsty, dog.
exactly like I don't need. That's just kind of what I was saying earlier. Is like I don't need to like
I don't need
to
to
fill a
fix.
gap. Yeah, I don't need to fill a gap. Like there's a bunch of stuff to play right now. So,
I'm touching the orb.
I don't. Yeah, I never got this far. I have no idea what's going on now.
Crystal castles, dude. It's getting meta.
So are you underwater and then there's water under you, or are you in upside down
right
water?
now, I went into a dimensional plane where I am now in the inverted space, kind of the spirit world of water. You ever play Legacy Kane, where you go into the spirit world?
Yeah, that game was cool.
That game was cool. You ever see Young Guns, where they went into the...
Hold on. So is this room filling with water underwater? I'm in a fucking spirit world, man.
So do you have to hold your breath twice?
I don't know.
Does your air filter thing work under the second amount of water?
I've got a space kind of scuba suit on, and it filters out it filters my waste into oxygen for me.
Can you swim in the new water?
I can do that.
Whoa.
I can call my fish friends.
Okay.
What up? They protect me. I don't know, Brian. I don't know. Walter?
No.
Did you play any of the
Beautiful though.
The Horizon Zero Dawn?
No, I don't have a PS4, but
Skipped
it just looks like it just looks like one of those games where it's hey, check it out, it looks good.
Yeah.
Visually. Not that it plays good.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Do you think there's a doorway here?
To your right.
Boom. I think there's like some type of statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was more interested because Kojima was talking about it being like the game engine for Death Stranding, and I was like, I'm curious. But then I'm like, well, that has nothing to fucking do with him, so I'm not gonna spend money on it. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Now, how about E3? What did you see during the presentation? Did you watch any of the conferences?
Yeah, I watched all of them.
Are they still calling them pressers? Because that was like 3 years ago. I heard that everyone called them pressers, and it got real obnoxious. I don't think they do it anymore.
I haven't even heard that once. Okay.
Good, thank you. It's just me.
Yeah, I mean, this E3 I was looking for new experiences, and that is not what I got. It was everybody just playing it safe. Either the game was coming out later this year or 2018. Besides like Metroid Prime and Beyond Good and Evil, which didn't have dates at all. Nobody wanted to tell you what was coming out in 2019. Nobody wanted to say, hey, this game's coming out in 2019. I think they're hiding their cards.
That's a good way of putting it. They don't want to show too much. And Microsoft's the only one who showed new hardware, and it's just basically like a better version of the hardware that they already have.
Yeah, a better version to play the games they don't have.
Yeah. To play the games that'll be out next year.
Yeah, I think like what I was talking about, or what I was thinking about when I would look at E3 this year was just I wanted something new entirely, like a new technology. Like remember back in the day when we were kids, that was kind of like, and even up until like recently, the whole new thing was how interconnected everything was becoming with being online and being able to like have your parties and your teams, and it's super seamless to basically have like couch co-op, but you know, across the entire US.
I don't know how to fucking control
Press the touchpad.
Well, I know, but how do you control the fucking thing?
Well, you're meditating. You need to get out of meditating. So press the touchpad.
Well, no, but what's the point of meditating? Like, how do you control this?
I don't know.
Because it's just the camera goes fucking wherever it wants.
Yeah, I think this is just like you get to look around this area.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, so now you just move with this R2 or the stick.
I was just trying to figure out what the point of meditating was. I thought it was going to show me a reveal. All right, no more meditating, guys. I do TM in my own time.
Yep. But yeah, so what I think is really cool is that you got something like the Switch, which is actually kind of like trying something new. Yeah.
Nintendo's been doing that with their consoles.
Yeah, but it really kind of put you in a place, and this is why I really like the Switch, and I hope it gets its support. Like, I get the experience of playing the same games no matter where I am. And that, to me, is such a cool selling point on my game.
Yeah.
Is that I can play the exact same file as simple as taking my console out of its dock and bringing it with me.
Scratching the screen while you bring it.
Get a screen protector, just be careful. I have a little bag for it. You don't
I'm gonna fucking tape a piece of like eyeglass cleaner cloth to the inside wall of the dock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one of those screen cleaner
Oh,
things.
that's a good idea.
Just fucking adhere that to the inside wall of your dock. But you shouldn't have to do that. Hardware flaw, guys.
Well, I've never scratched it putting it into the dock.
No.
No,
I think some people have, though.
Yeah, but most people are not.
Yeah, I know. And the kickstand, Brian.
Yeah, I love those videos. But I think the Switch, really, to get back on what I was saying, instead of bashing all the people who hated it, the Switch kind of just has like some interesting games and games that I'm excited to play. And
I think Nintendo had the most interesting press conference, and it's the one I didn't watch. I've only seen like all the highlights of everything.
It's the one that I've heard the most from outside of E3.
Yes.
Like I went looking for a couple of things, but I did not have to go looking for.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus Christ!
That's not good.
No, it's not. All of your robots, or just one?
No,
of
just
them?
one.
Damn.
Oh, they're sad.
Damn, dog.
You can't even get protein out of those.
Damn,
Why
dog,
eat
you
that?
ate your robot.
Fuck that guy. Anyway.
What the hell?
Hey Walter.
Mm-hmm.
So did you why'd I hit that button? I'm doing an iJustine tribute right here. Do you have a mouse in your pocket? Did you like the Nintendo press conference more than Sony and PlayStation? Or do you want to fight with us about this?
I don't know. It was pretty on. It was fight. It was pretty on par with the rest of them. I think.
Okay, all right. Well, you're too nice. Listen, you don't think that like I feel like Sony didn't really impress me at all,
No.
And I didn't see anything new.
Think that
I was
new
already
Mario
in on
looks
God
like
of War. Did you see anything really that new in Sony at all, Walter?
No, everybody just played it safe. Here's
More
a
of the
bunch of
same.
games we've already made and showed last year, so check them out again.
I can only say Xbox showed a lot of shit I hadn't heard of, and they brought back some old shit. I guess the big thing Beyond Good and Evil 2 for Sony was like, we're bringing this back, but it's like, yeah, but it's a thing, and it maybe is fucking a Kickstarter? Like, I don't even know.
I think it's a game
Right,
series that
you'll
people
see
could
it.
do without.
I don't have a connection to
I
Beyond
know
Good and
I know
Evil.
that there are people out there who love it, and
Yeah.
and I'm not trying to bash it. I'm just
and
saying,
I get it, because there's like niche shit that I like too.
I'm just saying, in the endless world of things, I don't know. Maybe they're giving it its shine. Maybe that's them trying something different, and I'm just bashing it. I don't know.
It didn't
But-
do it for me, but I can
Yeah.
get that it does it for other people.
Yeah, like I know
But,
a lot
like,
of people
nothing-
were excited for, that game and
Nothing really did it for me on
yeah,
all three of the
that's
conferences.
just kind of how it is.
And I'll say Ubisoft too. Nothing really did it for me with the Ubisoft press conference either.
Yeah, I kind of feel like
Rocco was good commentating on Just Dance. I did enjoy that commentary.
Yeah, that's game of the show, definitely.
Game of the show. Well, yeah, there's a lot of salt in the community.
Yeah.
Dance class. Oh, can I come?
The third time's a charm.
I went, oh!
There you go. But Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, Ubisoft, who won?
Triforce.
I'd say Nintendo by far. If you had to pick one of the four, Walter, who do you go with?
Probably Nintendo.
Okay, he's a Nintendo.
They've
what
got
about
the
you,
most
Brian?
buzz about their whole conference with the whole Mario and whatever else they announced.
Dude, you get Miyamoto on stage. The fanboy, fangirl crowd is gonna love it.
Well,
Oh
and
yeah,
then you
he's
showed-
on stage
you
for
do something that
Raving
was-
Rabbids. Right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But still, like, I'm a Raymond fan. But I'm also a Rayman fan. I don't like the Rabbids games, but I'm willing to try this one out because it looks like something new. As well as
I hate the art style of Rabbids games.
yeah, people are likening it to Minions, but I don't make it.
I definitely see the thing.
It's been around way before Minions.
Of course, it's been around
but
before it, but it's the same sort of like
stupid fucking
half-witted characters that kind of, Three Stooges bumble into like their own genius, that kind of thing.
yeah. It's definitely an archetype.
But it's super hack, and I just think it's been done over and over and over and over.
Are those games? Yeah, I don't know.
But that's just
It's fucking.
It feels like an unnecessary crossover.
You know those French developers. They like.
French Canadian.
What do they like? That Nutty Professor stuff. It's all French toast to me.
Sure.
Listen, the winner here, Nintendo. You got the new Donk City reveal. His fucking hat can like possess shit. That seems to be the biggest takeaway. Is the new Mario Odyssey.
Oh yeah.
By far and away, if we're gonna say Nintendo did the best, I think Mario Odyssey was kind of the big newsmaker.
That game looks like it's going to be so much fun.
It looks so fucking outside the box the way Mario Sunshine looked, but it looks way better than Mario Sunshine.
It looks like they took the things that made Mario Sunshine great and left that in, and then all of the shit about like, hey, here's this special power that you have, but now you don't have this special power, which just ruins the game because you're so used to using the water pack. You're just used to it the whole game. And then there are some missions that, you don't have it.
There was a game made by Shiny Entertainment for PC that I could never play because my RAM wasn't up high enough. I've upped my RAM, now up yours. It's a Big Dog shirt.
Margot Place.
But the game was called, it was like a little angel cherub thing, and you could possess other things and like walk around. I forget what the fucking game was called though.
Angel cherub thing?
It was like a little angel cherub. It was made by Shiny Entertainment. I think it was like, fuck, I don't remember. But this reminds me of that gameplay where I can possess cars, people, whatever, and then like make them do my bidding to kind of like make my way through this platformer.
Yeah.
I am so excited for whatever that is.
It just seems like it's going to be a game that allows you to really solve puzzles and issues differently than you have in
previous platformer Mario games.
Yeah, and that's cool. I'm not saying you gotta like reinvent game mechanics, but one of the coolest things about Breath of the Wild is that it really made you rethink the way that you played certain puzzles, and it kind of simplified sometimes. Like I remember having like all this convoluted setup to try to solve a problem. Like, you know, these fans would come on, you're supposed to move a ball into a hole.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking around and trying to like think complex, like, okay, so I probably have to move this, and this, and this, and then freeze the ball here. And then I kind of like took a step back and went, no, I just have to move this thing here.
You're overthinking.
And this thing there, but you're so used to not having that practical answer. It's cool to like have that practical answer be the solution.
Yeah.
So I think that's what this game showed a lot of, was different ways of answering the objectives in a game, and it looked really, really pretty, which you just want to see Mario look good.
Yeah.
You know, like
I want to see Peach look good a little more than I want to see
nobody
Mario
comes
look
out and
good,
goes
but...
like, I hate playing Mario games, or like I hate what they try to do with the series and the world that they create. You know, like and now you get it in like a beautiful, stunning image, just like you got Zelda. It's just, I feel like it's exciting.
It's exciting to see the true HD Nintendo games here.
And I know that the big argument will be like, oh, whatever, like HD and everything's been around for the other systems forever. But how many characters in other franchises do you really feel like kind of like a global
Thank you very much, Dehan. We're ready to bring it back. Kevin, cue that. Spin that background music up. Kevin, that's too loud. Kevin, spin that down. Kevin, that's pretty good. Hey,
I thought you were a pro at this, Kevin.
yeah, Dehan, we had him on and now he's gone. All that build-up, I was ready to take his call. Oh, he's back. Dehan?
Brother.
There, check one.
Check. Okay, I forgot this.
Brian, can you hear me? Hello, Brian. Hey. Okay, okay, check one. Let me hear sibilance. Sibilance.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Thanks, Dehan.
What's up, Dehan?
Now, you called into one of our streams, I remember earlier this week, right?
Yeah, you called into the podcast on Sunday.
Yeah, I talked about the the Dark Universe trailer.
Oh, scary stuff with the Dark Universe. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, I do, man.
It's a curse that could come and get you at any moment.
Good.
Now, you're back. We talked a little E3 predictions last time we had you on. What do you think of the show so far? You've seen? Have you seen any of the press conferences? Have you seen anything yet?
I watched all of your live streams for the Microsoft, Sony, and Ubisoft. No, Rockwell was the YouTube stream.
Yeah.
For Ubisoft. Yeah.
You're breaking up. Say that again.
I didn't watch the Nintendo conference.
Okay.
I didn't either.
Sony, that's when I just got like highlights and news off of social media, basically.
Yeah, so I can't really like judge which one was the best because people keep saying Nintendo and I didn't see it, but you know.
I mean, I didn't see it either, but I mean the games that they announced and the fact that it's a direct, and I know there's no flubbing, like pointless bantering on stage or nervous like neckbeard shaking, like it's just Nintendo does a high quality, you know, product.
Yeah.
Even with their press conference.
I believe people when they say that Nintendo won because, like, I know Nintendo and they always like the Muppet thing they did. I really love that one.
Oh,
like,
I do remember that. That was great.
Yeah, that was really great. I don't know.
I mean, you could have said Phil Samek, but you know, whatever.
From the conferences that I saw, I think I think Microsoft had the weakest like games which they show but when like presentation wise I think Microsoft was like the best for me because it was like a spectacle. Like I like these presentations where they do like this feeling of a special kind of thing, a spectacle, a real like event.
Here's our big show. We've like set this all up in advance. All these people are coming together to showcase their different things they've been working on. It is kind of a cool big pageantry event.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's a celebration of like video games. It's a celebration of our common interests.
True.
I can see that.
I get you there. Whereas like if you watch the Grammys or the Academy Awards, or back when I was younger, man, the MTV Movie and Music Awards.
Yeah.
You would see those performances.
Still are to those generations,
you know,
because they'll always appeal to that generation because that is the money-spending generation.
Yeah.
Well,
it was.
Statistically, it was. I think baby boomers now are.
Yeah, I think like that must be important to some people still, but I've definitely fallen off. Like I do not watch award shows of any kind. Like I don't care about the Academy Awards. I love film, but the stuff I'm interested in isn't being showcased there.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it can be, but I don't want to watch a 2-hour Hollywood sucking its own dick pageantry like festival. Like I don't know. And I guess not that that's what the game industry is doing. Microsoft and Sony are up there. Essentially, it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of a boring format. I do like that Sony talked less and just showed more trailers, because the talking on stage format is just kind of boring.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I don't like award shows or whatever, and like hearing speeches and
Yeah, and that's why the MTV Music and Movie Awards were cool because they had live performances.
a lot of them,
Yeah,
because they know our
Yeah.
attention spans are about that short now. Well, so you think Microsoft? I mean, you don't want to say Nintendo won. Me and Brian do. I mean, should we fight about it? If you're gonna go with Microsoft, maybe we can make some points and have like a face-off. It's not the right
I'm a
fucking
pacifist.
music.
I'm a total video game pacifist.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it is the right music. All right, we'll have like a loving kind of agree to disagree. I wanted to duke it out, verbally get with it. You know, your mama jokes, whatever. Just open it up wide. But hey, to be
noticed
fair,
about Microsoft,
do I
like they got this big event to like introduce their the most powerful console ever.
Yeah.
And all they've shown,
that
all
was
the games
disappointing.
they've shown are like the graphics style is like some of them were cel shaded, some of them were like 2D cartoony, and like
because they're just Xbox One
I'm
games.
I'm not criticizing it. I actually love like my favorite game from the Microsoft conference was definitely The Last Night.
It was such a surprise for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah. And they only dedicated like 20 seconds to it.
Yeah, I know. And hey, thank God I looked it up, and it's coming to Steam. I feel like that'll run on my work computer.
I feel like that's kind of the thing to say about Xbox is that if it's not an Xbox,
It'll run on Steam.
Yeah, it'll run on Steam,
Or Windows
it'll
10,
run,
you know?
or honestly, it's gonna come out on PS4 anyway.
Yeah, all of the Xbox stuff was like timed exclusive. Nothing was
If
like
that.
Yeah.
Like they showed Shadow of War, but you know that's coming out
Yes,
on PS4.
PS4's getting that.
So I don't give a shit. I'm not getting an Xbox for that. I can't imagine getting an Xbox One at all.
You know, I am admittedly a Sony fanboy, but I would say
Me too.
that they had a better presentation, a better press conference because they showed more games and more footage of games, and they weren't afraid to show long form stuff. And they had less talking. I don't really care for the like music numbers and showing the lights on the side of the fucking waterworks or whatever. But Microsoft, I feel like showed better games, but Sony had a better press conference all around, more enjoyable to watch. But Nintendo wins, and I don't even really. I mean, Ubisoft, I don't know. I don't play a lot of Ubisoft games.
Well,
I
it's
guess.
weird because developers are having conferences.
That is weird, right?
Like announcements, and it's like, well, I mean, I get that you want to sort of,
Ubisoft thinks they're big enough to do their own.
Well, yeah, like
did EA get one?
Well, yeah, like EA got one in a way that like people were saying like who. I saw things online saying who won at E3. Microsoft, Sony, EA, or Nintendo.
Well, it depends on if you're like
and I'm like,
a Call of
I'm
Duty
like, wait,
player, or...
you're lumping in not lumping in, but you're including a publisher when you're talking about, you know, like developer announcements.
That is interesting.
But I guess they really do have command of the largest library of games, right? With
who pays in, who owns E3, like who decides who gets in to have a press conference?
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. But I mean, EA's big enough to have a lot of shit to talk about. So is Ubisoft. I can't really think like Platinum Games would never have a press conference because they're only developing one thing at a time, you know?
Yeah, or a couple
maybe
things
two
on a few different platforms, right? Like, here's what we're gonna announce in, you know, to play on other systems. It's just a strange concept.
But then you got guys like, I mean, they made a huge deal about Hideo Kojima's interview, as it were, with the Kong Skull Island director and his accompanying beard.
You really didn't like that man's beard.
I'm jealous, that's why. I can't do it. This is all we get for fucking a year and a half now. Well,
really?
Oh god, it's been so long. When was the last time I shaved for a Mega 64 roll?
I don't know.
It's been well over a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah. You're deep diving deep. Dehan?
Yeah.
Did you happen to catch Kojima's little discussion?
Yeah, I did.
On the side stage, the Coliseum, as it were? What did you think of it?
Honestly, like, I'm not sure how many.
Be honest, because
like,
hey, yeah, I wasn't too into it either. But yeah, go ahead.
I don't know how many interviews you watched with Kojima, like, I don't know, with Jeff Keighley or some other host.
Yeah,
I honestly,
why'd
like,
they fucking pick that guy?
I honestly, like, I understand why people didn't like this interview, because Jordan spoke really, like, slowly, and, like, it was very apparent that he's a huge Kojima fan, but honestly, I think this was, like, the best interview with Kojima in a long time, just because, like, I love movies, and I always wanted to, like, have, I don't know, a podcast, or just a video of Kojima talking about the movies he loves, the passion he got from them and stuff. But not only that, the questions that were asked were, like, in my opinion, the best questions that Kojima was asked in, like, the last 5 years.
Okay, so I thought you were thinking that it was negative, and I was reaffirming that, because I didn't. Okay, it's interesting to hear this side of it. I was totally thinking you were gonna go the other way. Okay, keep going.
I mean, I saw people talking in the chat like, oh, this guy is so, like, he talks slow, and all the questions were like this fanboy stuff.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, I didn't mind it, because it didn't interfere. Like, I wasn't sitting there like, oh, come on, get to the point, because he was pretty smooth.
I can see that. I wasn't bothered by how slow. I didn't think that what is the guy's first name? Nicholas?
Jordan
Roberts. Jordan Vogt Roberts. I couldn't say that, like, his speech or anything bothered me. You know, like, I feel very on the same level as that guy, honestly. It amazes me that he directed Kong Skull Island, which I just saw, and didn't hate, but, you know, it's not this high artistic thing. It's a very wide, broad film.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I mean, one hell of a paycheck, I bet. And you know, success in your first directing, or I don't know if this guy's first directing debut. I've never heard of this guy before.
I think it's the second movie he made.
Okay. But he really was in line with a lot of the stuff I feel about film. The movies that he referenced and the directors that he talked about, I could definitely identify with as well. But I just feel like I wanted something else out of that interview, and I didn't get it. I wanted them to talk about video games. I feel like everything I heard in that interview, I already knew because I follow Hideo Kojima on Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, like, I see all the movie and music influences, and I know that, and I feel like this was a nice, like, summary for people who don't watch his Twitter that closely, to have, like, another guy who loves all this media, like, kind of ping him for how he feels about different stuff. The other thing was, I feel like his questions were very long and confusing, and that the answers were not the answers to the questions asked because of translation issues. Not that Ken Doza's doing a poor job; he's doing God's work, but just because they were very long-winded and all over the place, maybe a little fanboy kind of questions. Whereas, like, I don't know, this guy's probably great at directing films, but he wasn't very adept in interviewing. It was a weird vibe. The audience would, like, not laugh, and there was silence after Kojima was done talking about stuff too. It wasn't that much at all about games. There was only one mention of the word Death Stranding once. Like, they didn't really talk about, and I know he's not showing Death Stranding, but he didn't even fucking talk about it.
Which honestly, I appreciate.
There was no morsel for me. I want to believe.
Well, I mean,
badly.
Like, is anything that he's going to show you going to change your opinion on when you're getting that game?
No, I'm getting that game no matter what. If I never see another thing again, that'd be great. I'm with you there, Brian.
So I think he's going the route of, like, you just want more, you just want more, you just want more, and he's gonna give you so little until the game comes out, because you know how guarded he is with his stories.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know how guarded he is with his releases, because he wants you to come in with as fresh of a slate as possible.
He's got
he wants you to know he's making a game for you, and when it's ready, you'll really enjoy the experience, because I've never had an experience of his games that I have not enjoyed.
That's true.
He's gonna make you experience something differently.
I just, I don't know.
I'm with you. It's nice to always have like a little bit of a teaser, but honestly, I'm better off with nothing.
Well, I just wanted him to talk about maybe some of the new challenges with this game, or some of they talked about like building a team and keeping a team close, but like I don't think Hideo understood the question and he didn't really answer it. And that would have been the only way they kind of talked about like rebuilding the new team. I'm not looking for dirt on Konami. I'm not looking for an answer.
The process of like getting back on your feet, maybe.
Not even. I don't even need him to address that. I didn't want him to talk about fucking movies for the whole 2 hours or whatever it was, an hour and a half, because it takes so long with the translation issue. It takes like twice as long for everything has to get translated from English to Japanese and then from Japanese back to English.
Right.
I mean, Ken Mendoza's like writing shit down in a notepad and then grabbing the mic and then starting the sentence because he wrote it down and then finishing it with what Hideo was saying. Like, it was a very well orchestrated conversation.
Well, that's what
it takes
what interpreters do.
It takes a long fucking time.
That's what they do. It's like
and they talked about fucking movies that I've seen his Twitter. I mean, and maybe you can shed some light. He definitely covered some new stuff.
Where you were was something you had to
was something I had to go do. Okay, cool. I got distracted in my rant.
Yeah, down to the left.
But what do you think, Dehan? I mean,
there it is.
I'm not completely like I got it.
Oh, it looked like you were going down.
Well, let me find it. I don't know what I'm doing, but give me a chance. I don't know exactly. Like I didn't feel like I wasted my time, but I also feel like shit, I could have just like read some highlights and I didn't have to sit through that whole interview, because I feel like I've gotten all that before. But as a hardcore fan, I'm sure everyone just wants like more, like you were saying, Brian, more of anything, even if he's just talking about movies and music.
Yeah.
So,
which I feel like they didn't get into that deep. I mean, what could have been sounded like the coolest, where he said like, I wanted to get some clues to, or some clips rather, to show, but that was too hard to orchestrate. And it's like, I don't know, you have Hideo Kojima and you're a fucking Hollywood director. You couldn't figure shit out. I know streaming and copyright and whatever, but I don't know. It just I felt a little there was I didn't get much out of it, I guess.
I agree.
But that's me. Dehan.
So, I just want to say, like, I absolutely agree with Brian on the whole trailer thing, because I think especially with Kojima fans and people who like, someone who thinks he's going to buy a Kojima game only needs like one trailer, in my opinion, because like Kojima fans aren't going to be like, okay, sell me on this game.
Yeah.
They see his name on the box, and they will buy it. At least that was. I was sold on Phantom Pain when the GDC trailer dropped.
Oh yeah.
I was sold
well, I was sold because it was a Metal Gear game. I was sold on a new Castlevania because Hideo was brought in to help.
Yeah, and that is maybe one of my favorite Xbox games.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, I think I played that on the PS3. I'm sorry.
I was sold on Zone of the Enders because there was a demo for Metal Gear in it. Like
Hideo Kojima puts a little bit more thought into a game.
But here's
so that even if the mechanics and the storytelling aren't all to the caliber of what Metal Gear is, it at least has like something a little bit more enticing for you as the gamer.
True.
That like makes you keep coming back to it. Like I would love to play Lords of Shadow again. Yeah. I would love to play just the first one.
Don't play the second one.
that he was not on. You
No.
can see where his influence gave that game its personality. Yeah.
It turned into just a you know, by the books.
It was a PS2 game. It fucking
Maybe that's why I liked it.
Sucked. Well, yeah,
So,
but I mean,
here's where I wanted to get a different point of view on the both of you guys saying that you only need to see one trailer. I think that Hideo Kojima editing game trailers is an art form and an experience of the game in itself. I think that the more trailers you get out of something, so I kind of don't agree where I only want one trailer. Where I would say, look, I don't even want to see movie trailers at all because I want to go into a movie not knowing anything.
Yeah.
Maybe a teaser so I just kind of wet my beak and I can get an understanding maybe what they're going for. But for a Hideo Kojima game, I almost want as many trailers as he's willing to make because those are like mini films that he makes.
And I'm with you on that.
And I know maybe you guys didn't think of that before, but also the build-up of all the different trailers, and now with just the crazy shit that's happened with Phantom Pain and Konami and Kojima Productions, and everyone looking so deep into the trailers. Once the PT shit happened and the Joaquin Mogren stuff happened and Moby Dick Studios and everything, like, people are looking to the master of, you know, mystery for another mystery.
Yeah.
And that's part of the game's experience. Like, I do want more Death Stranding hints and teasers and little nods and clues because I want to go watch the next, you know, Yang Yi video on YouTube and see what the Never Be Game Over Reddit is posting about in, like, lieu of Kojima working kind of meme magic again and fooling the entire game industry into his master plan. Like, the more, the better, I feel like, with this guy. And that's why, like, just getting what appears to be, now I'm sure people will dissect it and look deeper into it, but what appears to be just a straightforward nerd interviewing his god about movies, because he makes movies and not video games. You know, maybe that's what Jeff Keighley wanted, maybe that's what Hideo wanted, maybe that's what everyone
maybe it was
wanted.
just filler between the, you know, what do you expect out of an interview between a Hollywood guy and a video game guy?
And you gotta
like, they're
realize,
gonna overlap on some ideas, but they're not gonna, like,
suck each other's dicks.
Yeah, well, they're not gonna reveal anything in there.
Yeah,
if it was him and Jeff Keighley, maybe.
But no, but if it's Hideo pimping out that he's gonna be on a thing,
yeah,
and there's no little just fucking taste of a weird clue or a hint or a teaser image or something.
I get what you mean.
If there's nothing, if there's not a sliver, now maybe this is part of the grand design, and part of this game that I'm in right now is that me being left wanting more and bitching, you know?
And maybe
it's part of the experience.
This was just honestly the same, you know, the same thing as, like, he was just there, and they were like, hey, do you want to be on this show and talk to this guy? We have this guy during, kind of like how Rocco was there on Monday.
No,
or
not like Rocco was there. What I was going to say was, he's there for a specific person, or for a specific purpose. Hideo Kojima is at E3 to rub elbows and make fucking deals and work,
but
work
I mean,
with
on the
more
show.
Developers. Well, yeah, he's there for another reason, and maybe this is a way to, like, hey, let's show your face.
Exactly.
Let's just do something, even though you're here to be behind the scenes working, making deals and having meetings for your game. Like, I mean, you know,
E3 still isn't over, right?
No.
So
there's a concert tonight.
There's still a chance that there's an announcement from him. You know, he likes to get people to.
Kept you waiting,
right?
huh?
Right, like you're saying, maybe you are playing into it. You're getting riled up.
I know.
Like, the same way we were a couple weeks ago talking about, you know, Metroid Prime, or any Metroid.
Yeah.
We would love to see it come out. Maybe he can get a sense, because of just how people are, that this is what they want. So he's making them wait, and then all of a sudden there it is, and now we're all excited because we all kind of forgot about it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So he's there. Oh, we haven't seen it. He lulls us into a comfort zone, and maybe he's still, you know, there's still time left in the show to hit us.
Dehan, what do you think? There's a Low Roar concert tonight, and he's supposed to be in attendance.
Yeah, he will be there, but I think that's
this is real.
I don't think that he's going to show anything during a concert.
Well,
anyway.
No cut to new trailer after the band's performance.
How cool would that be, though, right?
Yeah.
I would be very surprised.
I mean, yeah,
because
I would be too.
I agree that Kojima is like this trickster, this guy who like always likes to play with his community.
Well, and what an answer out of that that Volt Roberts interview. He admitted that the reason he gave the answer off the top of his head. The reason he likes doing all these trickster pranks and everything is just because he just likes doing it.
Yeah, because it's fun to engage the community.
He's
a troll, essentially.
That's why I do with Kojima. I mean, I played a lot of games on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
But I only stick to Kojima because he was special. He was like this guy who I mean, imagine you make Metal Gear Solid for the PS1, and all you have to do is make a sequel and just a quick like cash grab. Just do it over the same way, which he in a way did. But he put a spin on it that he knew. I mean, he didn't know, but it ended up being like everyone hates Raiden, but he's kind of the best part of the game. So yeah.
And it teaches you as the player. It teaches you by the time you get to the end of it that like, why did I fucking hate this guy? Like,
at the end of it, he takes off his name tag. It's like Kojima intentionally made you hate this character, and then he takes the name tag off. And you probably, just like everybody else, put your real name, date of birth, and where you come from.
Yeah.
And it's been 14 to 20 hours since you put that in, so you fucking forgot that you did that. And then you realize that what he's communicating to you and what they're communicating in Metal Gear Solid 5 is that you are the character. What you're playing is you.
Well, I mean, everyone bitches about how Metal Gear Phantom Pain ended up, but that's the same thing. You are the character.
Exactly.
You are Big Boss. And talk about putting your name in and then playing 18 hours and forgetting. How about putting your face in the hospital bed and the prologue and completely forgetting about it, and then the reveal of, that's why I made my face. Holy shit.
And you do it in that bed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
In the bed, you wake up and you don't realize that it's just...
So he does make sequels that are essentially the same. The same story, the same message of war never changes.
Metal Gear
the cycle repeats.
Metal Gear Solid 2, he makes you play Metal Gear Solid 1 all over again.
Yeah.
As Raiden, you're playing a character of a character.
Well, yeah, and Olga's there to portray the role of the cyber ninja, and it's all just an extension of training.
It's a cycle.
Yeah,
it's a cycle that is continuing to be perpetuated by Snake with this generation.
We're in a cycle right now, Dahan, where we get on the phone and we always talk about Metal Gear.
Yeah, I mean, like, the genius of Metal Gear Solid 2 is that he did do what a lot of developers do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he couldn't make the game he wanted, so he
built
an engine.
It all fits into the story. Yeah, like the Patriot system, it's all cyclical. You do it all over again. It's not the same game for its own sake. It's the same game as a story element.
Yeah, and it's the same game almost speaking to the condition of humanity, if you think about it. Because I watched the end.
That's the overarching message.
Metal Gear Solid 4. And I'm talking about the last 15 minutes where he's talking to Big Boss.
Solid Snake.
Solid Snake is. Old Snake is talking to Big Boss. And he talks about the old Fox Die is being suppressed by the new Fox Die in his body, but the new Fox Die will eventually mutate and turn on his body. And he's talking about human cells. That's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
But he's also talking about humanity. That's exactly what we do. We grow and we mutate and we change and
turn on others.
And we get to our point, and then we get old and we die because we kill ourselves. And, our bodies end themselves. Our cells go into termination. Otherwise, if you can stay, your cancer. But then you also look back as far as Metal Gear Solid 3, where you're talking about the villains that you face in that game, and they're all human emotions. So Metal Gear Solid is almost, if you want to think about it, it's the human condition told through the most violent expression ever of war,
which is almost the most human.
But it's the struggle to fight for your own will, which is all they ever talk about in Metal Gear Solid. Like Snake realizes it. Solid Snake realizes it at the end of Metal Gear Solid 2 and in Metal Gear Solid 4. And then Big Boss realizes it also at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4. It's like he realized he's been a weapon since he killed the boss.
Yeah.
And that all the other Metal Gears, you've just been going through almost the exact same story. I mean, that's what we've said several times here, but the exact same story each time because they're all trying to replicate their father. It's like this sort of like human condition, which is exactly what we do.
Even farther back though, isn't the human condition as told by like the philosophers, like was it Freud? Well, was it Freud that imbued the whole like wanting to kill your father type message?
Not Freud. That was
that Nietzsche?
Oedipus. Who wrote Oedipus?
Well, Oedipus wanted to fuck his mom. He's one of those Freud's boys.
Yeah, one of those
know
Freudian things.
But hey, it was what it was. I'm happy I saw it. I don't watch a lot of long form Kojima interviews.
Yeah, me neither.
So that was kind of like the second one I've seen. Like I did watch the Joaquin Mogren like big Moby Dick Studio reveal, like take the thing off. That was the only other kind of long form.
We were there live.
Yeah, Jeff Keighley. Oh, I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
At GDC?
I don't remember. No, I didn't. I think Garrett didn't come that year.
Oh yeah, that was Garrett didn't come
GDC.
here.
Well, the other reason we're having a PPS right now is because I couldn't get off work to go to E3 today.
That sucks.
Yeah, I know.
That sucks.
Yeah, well, I've been talking on the PPS lately about how much I've been working, and yeah, yet again, I was like, couldn't, you know, a ticket came up kind of last minute, but I couldn't get off. But Rocco's up there, and I think Kevin and Frank are doing things.
Oh, that's cool.
So we're going to have some first-hand accounts this Sunday when we go live on the Mega 64 podcast. This game is cool. I was seeing like those hieroglyphs on the wall as I came through, and like
just like Journey, it's like
continuing to light the way. I'm gonna pass it.
It's a cool way to tell a story.
Yes. Hey, it's all about telling stories, and that's where I feel like some of the translation in the Kojima interview was lost, because I think there were questions asked about how he likes to tell stories.
Yeah, see, that would have been interesting.
But the things that did get across were just like, here's some movies he talked about to check out, which if you're a Kojima fan, hey, go check out the movies he talked about.
Yeah.
I could definitely say the stuff he mentioned with Kurosawa, the stuff he mentioned with Jodorowsky. They talked about, was it was something that caught me that was like, oh shit, they just mentioned, was it Evil Dead?
Probably.
Or something? No, it was something else.
I wouldn't be surprised. Kojima seems to be the kind of person that had the exact same...
Yeah, he's wearing, like, brain damage shirts.
Yeah, like, he watched the exact same movies that I watched growing up. Like, all those horror B movies, and then, like... I mean, he loves film in general, but, like, he also appreciates the kind of...
a lot of John Carpenter shit he did.
Not the hackney of being in, you know, a B movie, but, like, the value of its charm.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree. I agree.
B movies, what they lack in like technical ability, they make up with in charm.
They even discussed that because, you know, he mentioned that he might like some scenes from some films that they're discussing. That does not mean they were good films.
Exactly.
You know, everyone likes their
We talked about that on the podcast on Sunday, about how there's kind of times that there's movies that you appreciate only a scene out of, but not necessarily the whole film.
Yes, exactly. Dehan, thank you so much again for calling. I know we've really come to the end of the show here. My phone is blowing up this whole time. I think, oh fuck.
Are we gonna have a problem here?
My cousin's texting me a bunch. I'll deal with this. Dehan, thank you for calling. Maybe we will get some...
Your cousin's texting you?
Dehan, do you have any last words? She's texting me.
What does she want?
I don't know.
Why?
Dehan.
She knows you do the PPS every week at this time.
Hold on. Dehan. He's gone. All right, we lost him. I know. It's every week, but...
It's every week.
I'll deal with it.
I really don't get it.
I know. I'm sorry. It's so unprofessional.
I mean, it's your show. You do whatever.
We'll be right back. I'll figure this out. Just hang out.
Yeah.
Oh!
What the fuck? Why do I have to wait? I don't like waiting for shit. And I don't need to wait for shit. Can I smoke in here? Like I give a shit. What's happening for, girl Twilight? Ha! Brian, get in here. I want help. Anyway, where's my fucking song? You said you'd have my song up. I already heard this one. How did you...
Nobody said anything. Why are you...
Brian, just chill. What up? King Lord? Who the fuck thinks they're the king? Queen is about to slay. That's right. Don't worry about your mic. Just have a seat and whatever. Maybe I'll let you sit here. How you doing, folks? Go ahead and give your girl Twilight that Skype call. We'll see what's up. You guys are talking about some boring ass shit. I don't know what the fuck E3 is. Yeah, I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is. The only conventions I've been to basically involve, hops and barley. I'm down for Beer Fest, and sometimes I've been to like a couple vodka and tequila festivals, but other than that, I don't know anything about it. Well, that's what your opinion. Anyway, fucking boring. Are you? Never mind. Cam, what's up? Cam, you gotta turn your mic down and turn Skype up. What is this fucking game anyway? Wales? Why don't you play? What's up? What can I do for you, Cam? Cam, get your shit together. Fucking hanging up on this loser. He probably wants to talk and suck Kojima's dick. No, I'll talk however I want. Do they pay him? No. Speaking of that, well, listen, what it is about is my fucking Snapchat. Wow, this game actually got cool for a second. It's about Snapchat, and it's about Amazon wish lists, and right now I'm gonna make it about a camel. Don't tell your mom what I did in here. What's up, Nintendo didn't win? The fuck's that supposed to mean, bro? Hey, you got some kind of voice changer on, Mr. Robot Man? We're getting a call from someone on Skype who thinks they're fucking cool playing with little electronic toys. I can't understand you, though. No, I want to give this dickhead a chance. Go ahead, dickhead. Go ahead, fuckwad. Hey, what's up? Thank you, Ninja.
Thank you.
I did. He's not turning it off and no one can fucking understand him. Once again, the show's lame, the callers are lame. Maybe Cam got a fucking microphone now. What's up, Cam? What does this button do?
Oh, it's hard to hear you, but here I am.
Hey, Cam! Hey, what's up? What's up, Cam?
Nothing, what's up with you? I love your hair.
Oh, thank you, girl. You know, it's so nice to get a call from someone who actually, like, can understand what I have to go through. Every morning I get up and I do my hair for, like, 2 hours, really. I mean, it takes... What do you mean, cool? Cam, you're feeding back. You're gonna have to turn down that.
Yes, Queen. It looks so good. I got pink hair, so we're rocking it this week.
Oh, pink and blue. Me and you could be like ponies or something on Cartoon Channel or whatever. Anyway, Cam, do you have anything that you want to talk about for, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You don't have an Instagram, do you? Or like a Snapchat or anything you want to plug?
Oh, Brian says no, but y'all know I got that makeup Instagram.
Oh, hell yeah. Girl, plug that Instagram. It's all about getting views. I stick my big ass out in some yoga pants every Thursday for Thought Thursday. I get all types of views.
Yes, Queen. I love it. So my boyfriend was talking about this game called Ni no Kuni 2, and I'm like, that game looks like all level grinding, and so I can't tell if he's serious or not.
Yeah, where's Just Dance? I don't want to play some foreign invading game. I don't fucking understand. Ni no Kuni, you know, pee pee poo poo, whatever. Sounds fucking childish. Well, no, this is America, it's not intensive, Brian. Anyway, Cam, we sure do love you, thank you for calling.
Yeah, thanks, girl.
Why is he so mad? Look at him storming up. I'm gonna let Garrett come back, because I'm like, whatever. The fucking song's over anyway. How do you, he said to play this song.
Please get some copies done tonight.
Okay, thanks, Cam.
I need a lot of numbers, a lot of...
Love you, peace. Whatever, just fucking, you keep playing, I'll be back later.
What is, I need a little bit more help on your end. What is exactly do you need?
I need help. Shut up for a second. I need help from you.
Later, losers.
What I'm gonna need is a lot of color pictures by the morning.
Colored? Color copies?
Yes.
How many?
A lot. I'm afraid. Around 7 or 8.
That shouldn't be a problem.
What they are maps of the United States this time.
I'm sorry? I couldn't hear you?
What did you say?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I thought you said shit-face to me. I'm very sorry. It's very hard to hear you. Could you please speak up? Is this Paul?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure who was helping me. Paul, do you think you could help me with something else?
What is that?
Tonight?
Possibly, if you tell me what it is that you need.
It's something that I might ask of you to do for me in a time of need.
If it has to do with copies, I can try to help, but I can't.
Oh, there will be copies.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
You know how you load?
I'm sorry?
The copy machine? Paul. God damn it, I swallow. Paul.
I'm sorry, I'm not...
I was saying water after I work all day on the net. Paul, what I want from you, I want to dress you up like a little girl.
Yeah.
Paul, and I want to
I'm afraid this conversation just ended.
No, go to the corner, Paul. You get in that corner.
Yeah.
Get in the corner, Paul.
Sorry.
Oh, Paul.
Thank you.